truck. It's a little bit of everything. So 1981 Chevy C-10 with parts from just about everything, all put into one neat little package.
Now, did you build the truck yourself?
Yes, completely. Yeah,
Okay.
I got the truck. So funny story, I bought an I-ROC Camaro from a next door neighbor.
Great car.
I came out to Good Guys show. We were walking around the swap meet and I saw my truck there. And I traded the guy this old purple I-ROC Camaro straight up for this truck. It had a Suburban front end on it. So they had taken the front end of it off. It's a blue cab, blue bed, and a Suburban front end. And the guy used tin snips and chowdered the whole radiator core support out to put the headlights in because
Really?
yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Wow. So she needed some TLC.
A lot of TLC. It's a minor understatement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she already painted when you got her?
No, the truck was a faded blue cabin bed. The front end, again, was a Suburban front end that was black with these big gold stripes on the side.
70 Suburban or
88, 87, 88 Suburban.
Okay.
Yeah, because it had the little lights. It had the little lights in the front end. So, yeah, the whole front end, like I said, was chowdered out to put the double lights in it.
Okay. Do you know what we call this color?
This is I forget the paint color. It's just white. It's just not a hyper white. It's just Chevy's white. I didn't like the hyper white. I thought it was a little too bright. So there's no yellow in it. So that's why it still looks a nice bright white. The black is just a flat black. So
Are these painted?
yes, they are painted. A fellow by the name of John Jacinto with C-10 disorder painted it for me. The bodywork is all done by me. It's terrible because it's a truck, right? It's not a show truck, it's a driver. So I didn't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a paint job.
Christian already knows that trucks are made for working.
Yep.
And Christian's made for working and driving too.
That's right.
All right.
So yeah, it's the body. I call it a 10-foot paint job because as long as you're 10 feet away, it looks fantastic. But yeah, it's no, I love it. I love it. I love the way it turned out. The hockey sticks on the sides. It was modeled after the in the 70s they made a sport edition of the C-10, which had the hockey sticks on it, and I thought that was just a fantastic look. So I had John paint those on.
Okay, so that's a new term. I haven't heard hockey stick before.
Yeah, they look like
We're going to get to
they
it.
look like a hockey stick.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, they look like a hockey stick.
I was looking at your step size.
It looks like a hockey stick.
Yes, it does. It does. You want to pop that hood for us and show us what you got going on? All right. Let's see if I can do it.
There you go. Push it up. Can you do it?
Yes! See, YouTube channel viewers, I do know what the F I'm doing. All right, so we've got a small block 350 in here.
Yep, just a small block again. So this comes to the part of it's a little bit of everything.
Right.
So the motor is a 295 horsepower GM crate motor.
Okay.
It came out of a buddy of mine's shop truck that got T-boned.
Okay, so you put the motor in yourself.
Put the motor in myself. It's a Edelbrock intake manifold that came off of another guy's truck. The heads are 202 ported and polished cast iron heads. Not a great casting. They're 881 castings, so they're not the best, but they've been fully worked. And I got those at a swap meet. So again, you've got one guy's truck with swap meet heads on another guy's manifold. Just a Holly carb off of Amazon because it was cheaper than Summit and Jegs.
So she's making probably what, about 285?
285, maybe 300-ish.
Okay.
Ish. Yeah, it's not very hot.
She is carb.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And this this goes back to the balls that a classic car owner has when they have a carbureted car, because a lot of my viewers are millennials,
Fuel injection,
30s, 40s, yes.
LS motor,
Yes, fuel injection, MSD, you know. So,
no, it's all old school.
do you have any trouble with cold or warm weather as far as starting her up?
So she starts cold, but you got to give a little bit.
Does she have a choke?
Yeah, electronic choke on the carb. So the carb
right.
is electronic choke. So just set the choke and give it some gas and pump it a couple times, and starts, idles a little rough, but then once she warms up, it's all good. Keeps on going.
One thing that really surprises me is how well this small block fits in this engine bay.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny.
Look at all this room.
Yeah. So when we work on it, usually, you see either me or a buddy of mine actually inside. So we're, feet and everything's inside there while you're tuning on stuff and cranking on stuff. It's not very rare I lean over anymore. I just climb right the crap into it.
Right, and before, well, we all know that in the late 80s, early 90s, emissions really started to choke cars. And they had more vacuum hoses than a Hoover outlet store, which if you know what a Hoover vacuum is, then you're old like me and Christian. But I really can't believe just how well the motor fits in there, and I like it, man.
It's again, it's dirty. I didn't wash it, didn't dry it, didn't clean it, didn't wipe it. I just put fluids in it and drove it.
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about before. Trucks are for working,
Just an old truck, man.
just like Christian's for working.
Just like an old truck.
Awesome. All right, so you can pop that. I'm sorry, close that hood. And let's go take a look at this interior. And we're going to go ahead and again note the hockey stick. Thank you. We're going to go ahead and note the hockey stick painted graphics on the side. And I don't know. I guess you could call this picture in a way. Not sports stripe, pinstripe, but yeah, they've just been called hockey sticks. So if you hit the key, and actually hit the key, it is Autometer's Envision digital dash. Nice. So it is a all digital dash. It's really neat. It's something new from Autometer. Okay.
They give you all the senders, speed. You have to buy the speed sender, but they give you all the senders, and it's all digital, so you don't have to do analog gauges anymore.
Aftermarket steering wheel.
Aftermarket's a Grant Wood steering wheel, Snowden custom seat. Gentleman here in the Dallas area called Snowden.
Is that vinyl?
Yes. Yeah, he does leather, but this is their vinyl bolstered bench.
Honestly, I prefer vinyl.
Yeah, it's really nice. Puts the cup holders in there, the audio, the console I built myself. You can tell with a jigsaw. So again, it's just a truck. Door panels are LMC. The vinyl lower door panel I made myself. The dash is from Cheyenne Pickup Parts. They're out of Noble, Oklahoma.
Wow.
The audio, the kick panels I built myself. Audio in the back. Do you want to look in there?
So, who you jamming?
I just listen to whatever's on.
Okay.
A couple of Hyphonics amps, MB Quartz sub. Yeah, so that's the old truck. That's the interior. Carpet, LMC. Yeah.
Very cool. So we've got what do we got? Oak, mahogany, pine. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a pine bed from RK Parts. They're out of Oklahoma City. They do sheet metal and bedwood. They have a bunch of different bed wood. I got the cheapest one because I'm not going to put expensive wood in something I'm going to throw concrete bags in.
Right.
So it's I stained it ebony black, and then it's got about 6 coats of Thompson water seal on it.
Turned out really good.
Yeah, not too bad. The bed strips are also from Marquet. The bed liner was done by, again, the guy who painted my truck, John Jacinto. He painted it. Roll pan, I took the rear bumper off of it and added a roll pan, again, from Marquet Pickup Parts. They did that.
So you're not towing your yacht with this?
No, I'm not towing my yacht with this. No, I wanted it to be a little customy, but I still want to be able to throw sheets of plywood in the back of it.
One thing that I really like is I like how your rivets play off of
The chrome, the bed rails.
Yes.
The bed rails came on the truck. I liked them. I thought they kind of looked cool, so I didn't fill in the holes and replace them. I liked it, so I left them. I thought they were kind of cool looking.
Yeah. Now, for all you kids at home who watch all those new Silverado and GMC commercials where the bed steps down 3 different sides.
Yeah, this doesn't do that.
Show how this works.
Take your chains off. You have to use the chains to hold it up. Yeah, set your butt right down on it. Awesome. Yeah, this is like a truck. Old school. And then to put it back, you got to put your chains back, otherwise your tailgate falls down. No latches, no locks, just a couple of chains.
And a lot of viewers at home aren't going to know what these are. These are drip rails.
A lot of people cover those. They build a piece that comes right here and actually covers this.
Which just traps water in
just
there.
traps water in there. And they also cover their stake pockets also. I left it just like it is.
Man, I love it, Christian.
Yeah, and a lot of fun.
I really like it. Do you daily it or?
No, it's it's got a couple of leaks because the old girl just leaks.
Well, you know what? If it stops leaking, that's a bad sign because that means
it's
you
out
need
of
to-
fluid.
Yes, exactly.
So I mean, I can daily it. I drive a lot, so but you can hop in it, make sure you put enough fluids in it, and fired it up and drove it here. So yeah, reliable, just old and fun.
Where'd you drive from?
Actually, just not very far away, the Flower Mound, Louisville area, so about 20 miles away, I guess, 10, 15, 20 miles away. It's neat to have Texas Motor Speedway right here because we're close, we're local. So
Yeah, and we get 3 or 4 really good events each year.
LMC brings in C-10 Nationals is coming in here pretty soon, so yeah, we'll be here too for that one.
Very cool. Do you mind if we get an exhaust clip?
Cadillacs,
Oh,
Oldsmobiles and stuff, those big 454s, big motors. You get them rolling, they'll move. We were out cruising one day.